guess I will go through here, because I don't really want to go through any of those other stairs. Let's see if we can't break this group up, shall we? Taking advantage of this lovely little feature, geographical feature of the dungeon. It's not too bad. So stressful to watch an orb heading towards your characters. It indeed is, especially if you're not sure exactly how far away it came from. This is the one time when it's not. I love seeing an orb heading right towards one of my enemies. That's fantastic. Never mind, I lied. It made the corner and hit me in the face. So I should have been scared. Turns out that I'm just the stupid one there. But no, there's something absolutely terrifying about it. It's one of my favorite spells to use. And so I know just how effective it can be. But fortunately, spiders don't seem to be quite as dangerous as the majority of my spellcasters are, which is a fantastic thing. Otherwise, I'd very much be in trouble here, because I'd just stand in front of multiples of them immediately come in my direction. Also, Snail, why didn't you come? Why didn't you come with? You were definitely invited. It's fine, I won't take it personally. And let's see. Is this even the rune vault? I'm so confused by the layout of this floor and how it splits the level up on either side. But ideally, we're in a good spot here. We might not even have to clear the entire level. I don't see you there, you gosh darn ghost. Let's take these buddies up. Let's switch to see invisible. Get absolutely wrecked. And continue to get wrecked. So another ghost moth comes here. Don't hit me with that orb, spider. Again, our high shielding score is working wonders in regards to our safety there. Very scary stuff. And switch back to our AC ring. I should actually, at some point, I should almost set up a couple of macros to automate like ring switching between two specific letter slots, because that would be fairly easy to do and would save us some trouble in the long run. And in fact, let's maybe try it out just for funsies here. So what I'd do is adjust this to, let's say, Z, capital Z, that is. And then I will adjust this other fun guy to X. Then, oh, would I need separate macros for each way? I would. Oh, that's kind of a pain in the butt. This might not be as worth it as I thought it was. Can at least set one up to switch to See Invisible. So See Invisible is on X. So if we create a macro key, let's input a trigger of 0 and say, I would like to put on X in exchange for Z. And I can test that in a second. I guess I shouldn't do it right now, or we're in the middle of a conflict that might or may not go south here. Instead, let's just clone Arachne here. Follow it up. We could go with a condenser vein. Just put down some unavoidable clouds. We could start launching off some wands. Evocations is now up at almost 6, so it's getting there for sure at the very least. Let's take another look at our Lady of Loth here, shall we? 200 health is ridiculous, but not great defensive capabilities. It is mostly just the sheer amount of health that she has that makes her scary. And of course the amount of poison she can apply, and the ensnare, all of which we would like to avoid if possible. But that should all be just fine, so let us start with an Acid Blast. Reduce her defenses even more than they already are. And then sure, why not, now that an Emperor Scorpion is coming through? Condense the crap out of the place. Ah, that's not great. I mean, it is against spiders, I should say. At least all the spiders themselves are weak to poison. Oh wait, and she is too? I guess she is a spider, but Come on, lady. Like your whole thing. Well, we'll let her hang out in that cloud then. And the second that Emperor Spider gets too much closer, if we're not already through with the fight, we will probably want to take Arachne upstairs. But in fact, we do just get through with the fight. We're able to take out the Emperor Scorpion on their own. You love to see it. And let's just, oops, keep it going here. Switch back to our boomerangs. Oh. Ah, see invisible. So it's hit 0. Hey, it works. It's working. It's working. Then we can just manually switch back to our defensive ring there. We'll have to remember that that macro is on Z so that if we ever have a different ring that we want to switch out, that will become relevant. Also, I'd like to close this door. I'm not actually done exploring the House of the Spider here. At least I don't think I am. Also, oh my gosh, this is where all of the blinking scrolls have been hiding. We managed to not have to use any of them. We will come out of the place with 4 already, which is awesome. Absolutely incredible. Does seem like Spider is almost always holding all the secrets from me. Because what was it last time? On our Octopode run during the tournament, Spider had all of the rings. We only had like 3 rings for the majority of the game, and then we came to Spider really late because we didn't have any resistance to poison. So by the time we got there, we finally got to fill out the rest of our gosh darn tentacles, but it was way later than we otherwise would have liked. But okie dokie. Not too bad there. Did get the rune. I don't even think I'll bother with the rest of the floor. I guess we could get more experience out of it, but there are plenty of places throughout the dungeon here to get experience, so let's just say a little sayonara and head right to Shoals, actually. May as well get a couple of runes out of the way. But before we head down into the depths here, I am going to take another quick 30-second break. I'm going to get that drink refill that I mentioned a bit ago, and then we'll jump to it and see if we can't still try our best to finish off this run in relatively short order here. See you in a sec. Doggo has deigned to rejoin us, grace us with her presence. Do you want to come up at all? Do you want to show off your penguin? No, you want to go to bed? Oh, so rare does she come up on camera at all. It's like she knows that it's there. But that's fine, she can be a little camera shy. I also completely forgot to make some changes before coming down here, because if we're heading down into Shoals, I think I would like to have an Amulet of Reflection on instead of this resistance to poison. And then I will probably, in turn, switch out my protection ring for this resistance to poison ring in case we see a sea snake or 2. We could, of course, change that, though, now that I think about it. And I apologize, but we can keep our Ring of Protection. And I can actually just change my resist poison ring to capital X. And so now instead of switching to see invisible, we'll switch over to resist poison with a click of the button here. And ideally, we won't have too many troubles here. I guess the last time we came through Shoals, we did have flying, which helped out a lot. But at the end of the day, not completely necessary by any stretch, and I love to see Dream Sheep, because that does mean a Cyclops is around the corner. Perfect. More large rocks for me. Yes, please and thank you, sir. Perfect. Make sure that we don't kill that buddy in deep water, I guess. That's kind of important. And fawns are what we're ideally going to be running up against en masse here, because the reflection amulet does an absolute number on those bad boys in particular. Not too shabby here. Because of the size of our troll, we don't get any disadvantage when attacking in shallow water. We are slowed, but at least we don't have any disadvantage on our attacks. So we combine our throwing with our melee attacks as things get into range. We're definitely able to make things work out in a decent way. Also realized I should have checked a bit earlier if that was a distortion branded weapon. Been a little lackluster in my caution there lately. Also, there's that sea snake, so let's immediately switch over to our resist poison ring and get surrounded by merfolk. I was tabbing far too quickly there. Still should be able to take out this buddy and maybe go around the corner and bring these friends with us and follow that up with, we have so many ice blast charges, holy crap. Well, let's hit them all with something unavoidable. One of the main issues with merfolk, fighting them that is their high evasion. Fortunately, we can get around that, and as soon as we start killing things, that gold distraction starts raking in the rest. Love to see it. Plus another haste potion, finally. Again, we're getting all of the things that have been on backlog here. Let's see, what can I afford to drop? We don't need any identify scrolls after I identify this potion on the ground. That's degeneration. Never mind. Don't need to drop anything. Can kick that problem down the road. Future me can deal with all the inventory shenanigans. And hello, Azul. I think I am happy enough to phantom mirror you. I almost always like to phantom mirror uniques. Sometimes it's a little sketchy if you think that there might be another unique on the same floor, but Shoals 1 should just have one unique. I don't know how the actual math works out there whatsoever. Anecdotally, I definitely find that the second floor of branches seems to be the scariest. No idea if that's true, but it might be. Otherwise, though, let's keep on fighting. I guess I never did end up switching back to my AC ring, but maybe that's okay. Let's drop the poison darts for the box of beasts, because we definitely want that bad boy. Any summons can do a huge amount of work in keeping us alive in multitudes of ways. And oh, we don't have any throwing nets, so we're gonna have to open up another slot here. But that is just fine and dandy. Probably should just put in a bit of due diligence here, make sure that we put it all through in one go. Paralysis can go for now. Wand of Flame will keep around 4 shoals in particular, trying to create some clouds if need be. Scrolls of Identify can go for now. Brand Weapon also can get the heck out of here. What else? What else? Berserk Rage could come in handy, but most likely won't. Potion of Magic, similarly, could come in handy if we're using our Spirit Guardian necklace, because that does just come across as a healing potion essentially, which is not too bad. But I think that's good for now to just free up a few slots. Still have a couple of empty ones there, and let's just keep her going. Maybe I will switch back though to my other ring. Even just knowing which keys those rings are on, the fact that they will always now be on capital X, capital Z, does make it easier for me to manually change back after. So all things considered, I'm very happy with that little macro we set up. We don't need a second protection ring though. Get the heck out, please. Onwards we go. Another Cyclops here. Don't kill them over deep water. Brain. Perfect. We definitely want to pick up those rocks. So we've got to be just a wee bit cautious of how we kill our enemies here. In fact, that's a problem all throughout Shoals, because with the Javelineers here as well, we definitely want to pick up as many Javelins as we can by a certain stage in the game. Perfect. And it does seem like we're getting the dream mix of throwables here. We've already gotten a nice amount of javelins under our belt, and we've already gone quite a few large rocks as well. Banishment is at 17%. I don't like that, so I'm going to switch from my protection ring to this willpower ring. I don't believe she had any fire attacks, right? Don't think so. No, lightning, stone arrow. Perfect. And banishment is down to 2, which is much more preferable. Our phantom mirror is still inert, so we don't have that to deal with her, but that should be just fine. Let's bring in a friend and start hucking some rocks her way. Right, is she gonna come around that bush? What's your plan, Louise? Here I'm using the period key to throw the rocks directly at Louise's feet, because we don't want to lose any in deep water by accident. And even if it wasn't necessarily the case right there, let us switch with the Ring of Dawn. Right. So the macro still kind of works. It at least puts on the right ring, and then we just have to manually choose which one it switches off. But it's still kind of, oh gosh darn it, just threw a large rock into the middle of the ocean after just talking about how cautious I wanted to be. Absolutely brilliant moves. Come on, Avatar. Oh no, I've killed the Avatar. But that is all good. Shoals too, still no problems so far, though I'm definitely prepared to eat those words as soon as a series of javelineers will come out of the woodwork here. And again, the one disadvantage to going up the stairs to fight is we're not quite getting as much efficacy out of our distraction as we otherwise might. At least if I go around and pick up the gold, if we actually left it lying around, I guess we could actually head back down. That would be smart, wouldn't it? And I don't do smart. We just have fun here. And why not both, you might ask, and that's a great point. But there we go, still getting fairly lucky so far. Ready for all of that to turn around. At the very least, we might be fairly set to go until the much dreaded Shoals 4, because who knows what kind of layout we'll get by that stage. And actually that net almost backfired on us because I thought it might have trapped the merfolk in that position, causing the other merfolk to step into the alarm trap. But no dice, fortunately. Got lucky there. Let's just keep her going. I don't know how, or never mind, that's not a great way to start that sentence because it's not true. What I mean to say is I don't know if I'll ever get sick of the Polybridge soundtrack. I feel so bad for other people if they do, but on my side of things, it is absolutely fantastic. Something just truly timeless about it. Listen to it over and over again. Also kind of risking it by standing in the middle of all of these beasties here. But it did seem like the flames were going to take them out in relatively short order, so not the end of the world. And indeed it did so. Oh, hello, Kraken. How did you sneak up on me? Holy crap. We misjudged one of your kind last time. You have a lot of health, and I'm going to get surrounded by tentacles, eh? Yeah, don't screw you. Let's get to where... Yeah, perfect. I'm one step away from easy retreat. Don't touch me, please, sir. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Very sus. No idea where that gosh darn Kraken went. It's gonna pop up at the most inopportune time, I'm sure. At the very least, I didn't get quite as close to dying to it as we did in the previous run, so that's solid. Anytime we don't kill ourselves, I think that's a pretty good day, at least in my books. Let's take out the strongest buddy first. Still taking more damage than I would like from the rest of these gosh darn merfolk, but still no problems, not too shabby. And here goes. Time to see what Shoals 4 has in store for us. And speaking of stores, there's one right there. Too bad. I think this might be a clearance sale store, which I always find absolutely hilarious. At least the last time, again, that I found a vault that looked like this. Yeah, it is. It's Wako's clearance sale. Everything must go. Holy crap. 3 scrolls of blinking for 45 gold. Okay. I mean, I don't know why you're going out of business with stock like that, but I'll take it. I'll definitely take advantage of that. Holy crap. So now we're up to 7 blinking scrolls all of a sudden, after spending the majority of the game trying my very best to save that one blinking scroll that we had, saving it for a rainy day. Here we are, just on the opposite side of the page now. And I should also use some more of my evocables, because we have a bunch of this crap. Probably take out the avatars in relatively short order. We at least took out the one that was mesmerizing us. The alligator turtle is hitting pretty hard. It's slow but swims quickly. So as long as we get away, thank you, Windrake. Love to see it. Don't think you'll ever know how much of a favor you did for us there. And in fact, now that you have done us such a huge favor, let's return it by murdering you. I said let's return it by murdering you? Oh my gosh. Maybe I should stop trying to call my own shots here, hey? It just never works out. Oh, I guess we only have a 16% chance to hit? Wow. What? Why are you so dodgy? Well, we take the snapping turtle down this way. Keep it on land as much as possible. It stays slowed, which is nice, and then we can head up, heal up, finish the job. Perfect. Love to see it. So we continue on. Those polearm users can be so annoying sometimes. It's a good case for using Potion of Attraction to pull the enemies into melee range so you can rip them apart with your claws. Indeed it would be, and I don't know if I've ever used a Potion of Attraction properly since they were added into the game. Something that just isn't quite in my muscle memory yet, but that is a great point. And sounds like a whole lot of fun to boot, so by definition I should definitely try my best to do so, because it hits all the markers that I so desire in this game. So the next time we see a batch of them, we'll have to make sure to do so. Especially, yeah, if we run into someone like Ilsu who has their escort, that's a nice guaranteed space to have a crap ton of polearm users. Hello, friends. Well, we only have 1 Potion of Attraction too. That's funny. I think what I'm gonna do is actually Phantom Mirror first, and then I'm gonna try this out. Yes. Oh gosh. So much crap in the way. Never mind, that was a bad time to do it. I'm stupid. That's fine. We can just throw everything at the problem here. Condenser vein. Absolutely incredible. One of the few times the poison is still useful for us at the very least. And then, what else? We can, I guess, attack this water elemental next to us. This mesmerize is a bit of a pain in the butt. Same with the water elemental in our way, but let's just switch with them. Bit of a risky move, but we should be able to take out this crowd relatively quickly as they continue to get poisoned. I don't even know who is mesmerizing us. There's probably a way. You are. There is indeed a way to check that. Good to know. Well, we shouldn't be 1 hit away from death, even with 1, 2, 3, 4 merfolk attacking us. That's a vampiric trident, so you might actually survive your poison if I'm unlucky here. Let's go for a couple more turns as everyone continues to get more poison. That avatar should die pretty soon here. Down to 77 health on our side. The Javelineer is still the main issue, so I'll take them out right away. Take out that avatar. Another Javelineer takes their place, of course. Could do a better safe than sorry and go for a potion petition. We could also ambrosia, actually. If I think I can survive at least 2 turns at the worst of things. Because then I can ambrosia, see how our health is looking, and if it's bad, curing. That's my 2 turns that I need to be able to survive. Definitively. Because otherwise we could just sit in the ambrosia and let it heal us up as we let the poison do a lot of our work for us. Which might be nice. Ambrosia confuses? Exactly. It would just be so that we could just ambrosia and let the poison run its course. Trying to heal up ambiently here. And again, if it goes poorly, we can get out of it, but I'm still not sure how much I like that idea in general. It's one of those things where my brain always comes up with the creative solutions to problems, not necessarily the best solutions to problems. So we might be better off instead, like, just blasting someone. Especially since each of the polearm users we kill now takes out our damage. It doesn't look like any more polearm users are coming in. So that is pretty huge. Like, this merfolk only has a 35% chance to evade our claws. Let's just kill her, shall we? And run away. A little bit at least. The ones in the water are gonna go fast. Oh wait, we're pulling... we have attraction. New plan. Use one of the 7 scrolls of blinking we have lying around. We're still attracting, but that's fine. Totally fine. Never a doubt in my mind. Let's see. You should actually die before making it to us. Even if you do make it for us, you would have to roll perfectly to even get close to lethal, and I don't think... Let's drink a healing potion. Instant regret. Gosh darn it. That's totally fine, though. You are still very poisoned. 17 plus your spear or your javelins. Javelins are a little bit scarier, of course. Here's where I'm going to potion petition. Go for heal wounds and curing. Perfect. Love to see it. What else? What else? Should be good to kill the avatar now. And perfect. That gold distraction almost doing wonders for us. That's fine. We'll use one more healing potion ourselves. Don't want to use all of our blinking scrolls when we worked so hard to even get this number. Especially, we're still attracting, unfortunately. I need to learn how to use potion attraction. I think that it's still a great idea, and I love the suggestion, but I need to learn how to use it. I think the problem is with me there. Let's see here. Another potion petition is not a horrible idea, but if we don't get any healing, oof, big oofs. This corner, I think we're still in sight range of the Javelineer, unfortunately. Puts us in a bad spot. If I could do 2 things at once, obviously, we could have a solution to our problems here. Just because I need a fog wall and a blink. Potentially. At the same time, yeah, you're only at half health. You're further away from dying than I would otherwise like. Again, Vox of Beast takes a turn, so I don't know if I want to do that. I'll use my last heal wounds, and we'll just have to be a little more proactive in the future with when we use our potion petition. Try and heal before it becomes an issue. Then let's go for an Ice Blast. I need to kill this Javelineer. They're the main issue here, of course. And there we go. All that for a drop of blood. Oh gosh. Keep attracting all the enemies to me. I don't want you. Classic situation where as soon as you start getting all the baddies attracted to you is the moment you realize that you don't actually want them in your life. But hopefully I'll figure it out one day, and that is a wild ring. The Ring of the Good indeed, game. The Ring of the Good indeed. Let's check it out here. Fire is kind of rough because it does obviously give us vulnerability to cold, but Arlec, RN, 2 pips of willpower. Contamination means it's hard to take off, if we don't want to get mutated, of course. That's not the end of the world. Have to keep an eye out for that, especially since that was fire, right? Yeah, that might be good for Zot, as long as we can cover our cold vulnerability in the back end. Could definitely see that being exceptionally useful. We're cranking up our willpower and our fire resistance. Okay, Windrake, get out of my life. Another Windrake, of course. Ooh, and the perfectly timed Mesmerize, you son of a gun. Fortunately, we do have our fancy Windrake saving us from the Mesmerize again. Love to see it. I guess only for so long. Well, that's fine. Let's claw our way out of it. Get over to dry land, and that alligator turtle will slow down. Perfect. And I saved. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. I shouldn't have put myself in that situation. There's probably a better way to, a better sequence of actions, I should say, to be more accurate. Because again, I think that the attraction potion would have worked if I didn't use it, and when I wanted it, the entire way was clogged by water elementals, and then when I didn't want it, it was still going. So it kind of got the worst of both worlds there. But hey, not bad for my first time actively using that potion, so I'll learn. And in fact, more so than that, that is how we learn, is by trying it out and realizing what can go wrong. And as long as we're able to survive out of it, we can add that to the list of things to try and do more successfully in the future. Not too bad, all things considered. And there we go. Holy moly. Javelineers are always so freaking scary, but fortunately it is worth it to kill them, if just to pry those javelins from their cold dead hands. But let us retreat to our stairs for all the gosh darn snapping turtles. Be able to easily retreat. Though I've made this mistake before where we were in a good position to retreat and I just put my head down and was far too stubborn. Would be the first time. We do want to clear the rest of Shoals here, see what other treasures we can pull from the depths, as it were. Oh, I do love reflecting nets. One of the more satisfying interactions in the game, to say the least. Hello, fawns. Hey, the fawns. Take out these bad boys, even with their might, shouldn't be too bad. Perfect. And again, immediately get that little ping with the net. Love to see it. And that should be just about it. Perfect. Love to see it. Well, well, well. Not too shabby, all things considered here. Still have half-decent resistances across the board, though slightly lacking in willpower unless we switch on to that ring. In order to do that, we give up resistance to poison and resistance to corrosion. Or just poison, because I think corrosion we might have on double rings. Yes, perfect. I think that works for me, because we could go to the Elven Halls and still use our reflection to clear through there. Get some more experience before we head down to the deep depths. Also, hold up. Wait a second, I missed something there. There was definitely Pearl Dragon armor. Huh. That's never very likely to show up, and in fact, let's do a Control F period, just to make sure we didn't miss anything else lying around. We could check for like a stat stick, but I'm not that interested in doing so. Whatever, we're here. And totally useless. Perfect. But Pearl Dragon Armor, eh? So we lose our pip of cold resistance. We gain 6 AC though. And resistance to negative energy? Yeah, an RN pip too. That's actually probably worth it because there are many a necromancer where we're going. And still kinda dig the outfit. So best of both worlds. The only ice spells that we have to deal with are Elven Knights have an ice attack. That should be fine. And on the other side of things, if we find ourselves against a wizard, we'll want to take off the Ring of Mipsuete and exchange that for the Ring of the Good. No, this gives us vulnerability to cold. Now that we've switched out our robe, that's good to know. We had a different willpower ring though, the Ring of Ice here. Yeah, so Ring of Dawn can actually be adjusted to Zed. That'll be our quick switch from now on here. And holy crap. What an entrance. Fun stuff. Well, let us fill the space, shall we? Poison isn't bad here as well. Definitely can't complain too much seeing that. Even as the enemies come close, they'll probably blink themselves back into the clouds like a bunch of fools that they are. No elven wizards? No elven wizards. Perfect. Want to be very cognizant of that. Pearl Dragon Scales are really nice. Ideal for running through crypts. Definitely. And they're not very common either. So it's not always that likely that you'll wind up being able to take them in. Which is definitely a nice find here for us. Especially it being the first dragon scales that we come across in the game. You know, besides any of the ones that I might have missed like a complete fool. Okie dokie, huge stacks of poison on all these bad boys, and we're in a pretty solid place here health-wise until just that second. Fun stuff. So, do I want to retreat here? Probably, right? Play it safe. Might as well take out these bad boys a couple at a time. Even regenerate a bit since we're trolls and we do so quickly. What else is going on here? Battle Axe of Flaming and just a couple of you Pyromancers. That's a whole lot of fire damage coming our way, but I guess we might as well split this up still. Even just heal up completely. I don't mind facing these bad boys on their own, and lovely. Okay, made our entrance into this ridiculous start to Elf, but the rest of this should be fairly smooth sailing, all things considered. Using our boomerangs to good effect here, of course, as always. Not too bad. Also should take advantage of the fact that we are unlikely to get Elementalists this early on, and so we should really use all these corridors to their full advantage. Not too shabby. And again, so many Elf Knights. Ideally, we don't have to worry too much about the cold damage coming off of them. I actually went through far too long on a recent run where I had cold vulnerability going through Elf, but because I had the Reflection brand, we were just super lucky, and I was constantly reflecting the bolts right back into the Elven Knights, which isn't something you want to rely on, but it was sure nice, to say the very least. And let's switch over to Javelins. Try and take out a few of these bad boys at once, especially that Annihilator. We'd really like to take them out before they get into Lahudib's Crystal Spear range, which they're in now, but perfect timing. Never doubt in my mind. Let's just finish off the rest of these bad boys the old-fashioned way, shall we? Perfect.